Before going to Crystal Bridges, each of us in the class had to pick an art piece that spoke to us. I chose Walking to Boras by Jim Dine because it stuck out to me. While investigating the sculpture, I found that there is in fact a lot of controversy over this piece. When it was originally being installed in Boras, many disagreed because they felt it was a sculpture that signified a rich price tag being flaunted by American imperialism. However, when I look at this sculpture, this giant character, this Pinocchio, I saw something different. I saw myself, walking through life, constantly trying to obtain assertion that I am the person I believe myself to be. For all of us, life is a journey we go into blindly. We can never see ahead, but only feel things out and evaluate them as they come. When walking through the museum, looking for my chosen art piece, I found out they had put him away in the vault. Naturally, I was disappointed, but on our drive back to campus, I wondered, maybe if just for fun, if tiny Pinocchio was actually on his way to Boras to see his bigger brother. Maybe in the way I was making my own journey, so was he. You see, each and every one of us are constantly embarking on our own journeys, some small while others lifelong, yet all intertwined. It is this, our everyday lives, which make up the Republic of Stories. Our careers, goals, struggles, and everything that consists of the human experience all make up our individual stories, which then make up the story of our communities. Yet sometimes we forget we are a part of a whole. In our need to have control over so many things in our lives, we isolate ourselves from those around us. Our attachment to this control leaves us unhappy, afraid of real change, stuck in the same ground, both emotionally and spiritually, to the extent that we're worn out from attempting to control the uncontrollable. Like Pinocchio, all I do is an effort to assure not only myself, but others around me that I am the person I believe myself to be. That with each step I take, I come closer to self-actualization. And while this may often be what pushes me forward, it is also what keeps me from advancing when obstacles of failure arrive on my path. It is what makes the divergence from ideals so devastating, to the point where moving forth is terrifying because of the possibility of another failure. And even more so, this fear is amplified by the belief that we are alone on this journey. Pinocchio wasn't alone. He had his friends, he had his conscience, and in the same way, we are not alone. Oftentimes, we are consumed so deeply in our own story that we shut others out. And for this reason, we must attempt to listen when others share their own story, to realize that we are not alone. As Baal Shem Tov states, the world is filled with wonders and miracles. Yet, we take our little hands and cover our eyes and see nothing. Rather than feeling as though we are alone, we must realize that we all belong to a community. Though we may walk into failure as well as success, there is comfort and joy that derives from the journey we take as people with our friends, our family, our peers, our communities. Even the journey of a wooden boy who wanted to be real isn't so different from ours. What a burden it would be to think that we must always have control over everything in our lives, that in this difficult journey we must travel alone, that in our struggles we are isolated. We all walk through these paths, and so we must rejoice in our communities, in our friendships, in family, and in the Republic of Stories. And in this, not only will we find relief, but happiness.